What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. All right, you guys, we are here. We are finally at the finale of The Real Housewives of Cheshire, season number 1. Episode number 10 aired yesterday. It was a pretty good episode. I thought it was a nice way to sum everything up as far as the season was concerned. I didn't see anything about a finale. I mean, not a finale, but a reunion show. So I'm not sure if they're going to have a reunion special. I need to go on BravoTV.com and see what's going on with that. I didn't get a chance to do that yet. I actually just finished watching the episode. And I wanted to come down here and hurry up and get this vlog done before I got lazy because it's Sunday. And, it's cold as fuck here in Chicagoland. Goddamn it. I just looked at the thermometer in my window and it said 10 degrees. It is 10 degrees, which is actually good because the high for today was 6. So out here where I am, I live in the south suburbs, so I guess I'm sure it's pretty much cooler in the city. Oh my goodness, I remember when we lived in the city, like this time in January would hit, and I would just hate to go out my door because sometimes you couldn't even open up your door because of the wind. It would just be forcing the door closed, and you trying to walk against the wind. It's so cold, and then the wind coming off the Lake Michigan. Oh my gosh. So I get a little bit of warmer weather in the south suburbs, but I mean, it's still 10 freaking degrees, okay? It's cold. And I plan to do nothing today except for just lounge around. And so anyways, you guys, I'm rambling. But yeah, so I decided let me get my butt down here and do this vlog today, Sunday, before I got too lazy. Anyways, you guys, and I'm rocking my pearls for our first lady, for all of my viewers that I know I have some UK viewers, but I'm sure most of my viewers are here in the United States. And today is our first lady, Michelle Obama's birthday. And there is like a campaign going around on Facebook too for girls with pearls. So I am rocking my pearls today for the first lady. Yes, yes. I actually wanted to rock some different pearls that I had that I forgot. So I put my purple shirt on today. Purple's my favorite color. So I put this shirt on, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna rock my pearls today because I have these pearls and it's got like some little purple in them and everything. And then I went to my jewelry box and remembered the motherfuckers took it, okay? People broke into our house last spring and took like mostly all of my jewelry, a couple of my purses or whatever. So yeah, I was pissed. Anyway, so it just brought back memories. So whatever. Anyways, y'all, look, I am 2.5 minutes into this and I still haven't talked about The Real Housewives of Cheshire, season number 1, episode number 10. So let's get into it, okay? This episode opens up with Dawn. She is welcoming the participants of the Cheshire Hunt. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Cheshire Hunt, okay? Now, the Cheshire Hunt, I guess, is where they put scents on different rags and I guess toss them out into the woods or wherever. And then the dogs have to go and hunt and hunt the towels and bring them back or whatever. I really don't know. I didn't Google it or anything to see like all of the details, but from what Dawn says, it's like annual thing they do. And I guess there's another form of this where the dogs actually have to go out and hunt hunt foxes or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so she's welcoming the participants of this Cheshire Hunt, and they are coming in through her driveway going off. They start on her grounds, basically. She has like this big, huge I was like 100 and something, 200 and something acres, and I guess it's just a really like a landmark where they live in Cheshire or whatever. So yeah, to me, it looks a little like really, really super fancy. And what did I write down? I wrote it down. What does it say? It said it looks fancy and it sounds a little trashy. I mean, because it's like, they're riding in on their horses or whatever, but then they're about to just let these dogs loose and like try to like get these towels or rags that they've thrown around. And I guess the real version of it is that they're supposed to be killing foxes or be killed or something like that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. I've never heard of that. Have you guys heard of that? Well, I'm sure some of my UK viewers have heard of that. I have never, ever heard of that. But there's a lot of crazy things that go on with animals that I've never heard of. Anyway, so yeah, Dawn is, she's really happy that they're starting on her grounds. So anyway, so after they leave, Dawn and her family gives them glasses of port wine and some little snacks and sends them on their way. So Dawn and Nicola are in Dawn's house and they are, basically discussing what just happened. And then Dawn is like, I want to throw a dinner party. I want to celebrate the fact that Ashley and I are deciding to have another baby. And then I also want, to kind of make peace with Ampika, and invite her over and, just have her be a part of everything and try to move forward with her. So Nicola's like, okay, we'll get it all together. I guess Dawn's dinner parties, from what the ladies are saying, is the place to be. I guess she throws great dinner parties or whatever. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Anyway, so the next scene, Ampika is swimming in her swimming pool. I love an indoor swimming pool. If I had the space to have an indoor swimming pool, I would definitely have a pool. My daughter would love a pool. People always tell us, we have plenty of space for a pool outside. But living here in the Midwest, we get summer like a month. We get warm weather like maybe 6 weeks out of the year, like honestly, where you can actually swim outside. And to spend all that money, I don't think so. But if I had the space in my house to have an indoor pool, I would definitely have one because I love to swim. We all love to swim. But anyway, so I love Ampika's indoor pool area. And so she's out there swimming. Mark comes over. He's looking for her. He finds her in the pool. They sit down. They kind of have a talk. It looks like Mark was having an interview and the producers must have asked him something about, the attraction between him and Ampika. And he's just like, there's no romantic feelings between them two. The two of them, Ampika says they haven't been they haven't been intimate in like 6 years or something like that. Basically, they are just emotionally tied to each other, which I think is just keeping them from having other relationships. And Mark kind of even said that he's just like, he may be using this as a defense mechanism because he knows that Ampika is not really into him like that. And so, but I had said it before, I just feel like he's floating around just waiting to break her ass down, until she comes back to him. I honestly don't see why they're not together. And the way that they were flirting with each other, I think that they could have some romantic chemistry come back. Life is too short. And when you find a good man, goddammit, you better hold on to the good man, okay? Hold on. Anyways, so that's kind of that. She talks to him a little bit about what happened at the casino and just how she's just kind of sick and tired of Dawn and Leanne and all that. So let's move on. Lauren and Magali, they meet for lunch, dinner, something like that. Lauren wants to catch Magali up on everything that happened at the casino because, Magali, okay, that looks better. I was like, my shirt looks crooked. Anyways, so Magali and her husband had went on their holiday to Dubai, and so Lauren is like, just kind of filling her in on everything and that happened, and with filling her in on what happened at the casino, and with Ampika going up to Leanne and just basically saying Leanne was like, always sticking up for Dawn. She doesn't understand why she's always sticking up for Dawn. And Magali's like, if anyone does not need someone sticking up for them, it's Dawn. She can handle it all by herself, and then Magali's like, I was the first target of Leanne's and I didn't understand. I kept telling Leanne to stay out of it or whatever. So they feel that both of them kind of feel that Dawn feels like she's up here and she has everyone wrapped around her finger and, kind of like she's just the queen bee, which is what Lauren calls her, as like, oh, the queen bee decides that she wants to have a dinner party and invite everybody or whatever. But she's like, that's okay. I'll go eat her food and drink her drink. Okay. I will do that and I can be phony with the best of them. That's basically Lauren's opinion of it. And so, they discuss Dawn a little bit more and Magali gets like turned. I don't know what she was drinking on at this lunch, but she's like, you crossed me one time, it's fine. You crossed me 2 times, I'm gonna warn you again. The 3rd time you cross me, the tables are flipping, the drinks are gonna be thrown, and I'm beating your ass. Like, she was into it, okay? But anyways, I like to see Lauren and Magali just together, one-on-one. I think that they are a lot of fun. I think that they can, they complement each other, I believe. So hopefully in the next season, because like I said in my last vlog, I've heard that the second season of Cheshire has already ended in England. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know when we're gonna get it, and I don't want to look for it on the internet because I want to watch it at the same time that I'm going to view it, because I feel like if I watch it now, if I do find it on the internet somewhere and I watch it now, I won't be as interested in it when it starts to air, and then I won't be able to do my blog. So anyways, yeah, so I do definitely hope that their friendship remains intact because I like them two together. Let's move on. Tanya invites Ampika to go shopping. Tanya knows that Ampika is having a really hard time lately with her dad. Her dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and Ampika is just, really, really having a hard time. So she invites Ampika out. They go shopping at this boutique. Everything in this boutique has sparkly glitter rhinestones, and it's just a bit much, and Ampika's just like, this is not my style. This is definitely Tanya's style. Ampika says that she likes to buy things that are kind of like one of a kind, where she won't walk into a party and, have to be worried too often about someone having on what she has on. I'm like, okay, well, the rest of us, we shop at the stores and the boutiques where, they may make more than one, and they most likely make more than 10. But it is, whatever. And then Tanya kind of makes a joke about Ampika, liking to show off the boobs. And Tanya's like, I wish I could show off my boobs, but nobody wants to see my boobs because they hang down like little balls in socks, and they just like, dang. Tanya is hilarious, but she is like so right. Like, I don't know, like, after you have kids, and especially if you nurse, I don't know what happens, but they just like, it's like a balloon, just like, it's like somebody just sucked all the air out of the balloon. And, then it's like left with the little saggy. Like, well, how does that happen? And then you got to go out and spend all this money on these special bras to keep them up, Oh my goodness, us women, we have a hard time, y'all. We have a hard time in life, when it comes to the aesthetic part. It's not always easy. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so they somehow get on the subject of what happened at the casino. And Pika says that she feels really bad about the way that she went at Leanne, the things that she said to Leanne, especially calling her like a Hoover, saying that she sucks up all the Don's shit and all of this. She feels bad for kind of attacking Leanne in that way. She doesn't feel bad about the context behind what she was saying. Basically, Leanne, you need to let Dawn fight her own battles, But Ampika feels like with everything going on in her life right now, she does not want to burn bridges with her girlfriends, and she considers Leanne to be a good girlfriend. She says she's done with Dawn, but she does consider Leanne to be a good girlfriend. And Tanya tries to stick up for Leanne and is like, well, I feel like Leanne has her own mind. She definitely has her own opinions or whatever. But Ampika doesn't agree with that. So, but she says that she, wants to move forward with Leanne, just not moving forward with Dawn. And as they're walking out of the store, it's so weird, then Dawn ends up calling Ampika. Now, Dawn, I guess, had her assistant, Nicola, call everyone to invite them and their husbands out to the dinner. But she wanted to reach out to Ampika personally to invite Ampika because she, they've been on bad terms, and she just wanted to reach out so that Ampika would know it was a sincere invite and not just, part of just inviting the whole gang, So Ampika's like, she tells her, yeah, she's going to come. She's going to bring Mark. And Ampika's like, as long as Nick and Royston aren't there, it's fine. And as long as she doesn't have to be alone with Dawn, she's okay to go. So she decides she's just going to go ahead and go. Then we see Dawn, I guess it's the next day, the next couple of days. I don't know. It seems like everything is strung together. So I don't really know the timeline of, because it was only 10 episodes, and I know like it took them more than 10 weeks to do all of this. So But anyway, so whatever. After that, whether it's the next day, a couple days later, whatever, Dawn is preparing for the dinner party. And I really appreciate the detail that Dawn is putting into her dinner party. I hate to go to someone's house if they invite me over for a party, for dinner, for whatever reason, you know. I just hate to go, well, not for whatever reason, but if it's for a party or if it's like for dinner or something like that. I just hate when you're not prepared for your guests. You know, you get there, you're like, oh, do you have any paper plates? Oh yeah, let me go get those out. Do you have any napkins? Oh, no, I forgot to buy napkins. You know, and it's like, you know, then you still got the plastic spoons in the plastic wrapper. You know, you can take those out, put them in something. I usually put them, I have a couple of like little cups that I bought that are really pretty that I put, you know, like the silverware, you know, utensils and things in. And I just think that you should pay attention to those little details. And I feel like when guests come to your home, they should not be searching around for things. They shouldn't have to look for the wine opener. They shouldn't have to look for utensils. They shouldn't have to ask for condiments. Things like that I think are very important when you're throwing a party. And I appreciate Dawn, you know, looking into the small details, because everybody is not into the small details, and I'm definitely into the small details. Anyway, so that's that. The ladies are arriving. Leanne and Tanya are in the car together. They are driving over with Leanne's mom. They're bringing Leanne's mom because both of their husbands, you know, they're footballers. And so they're working, you know. I guess when they were filming this, it was soccer season. I don't know when soccer season is. I feel like soccer is kind of like baseball when it never fucking ends, okay? It's like baseball never, ever, ever ends. And I feel it's the same way with soccer. It never fucking ends. Anyways, kind of sort of like basketball, right? It's like, what the hell? Do you really have to have a 9-10 months of one sport? No, you don't. Just let it go. You got to have the preseason. You got to have the regular season. You got to have the playoff season, the championship season. What the hell? Like, seriously? I mean, football has it right. You know, September to December. It's over. And then they have a playoff. But you know what? The playoffs are only going to last a few weeks. So by the time, it's way before Valentine's Day even come around, that shit is over, okay? You know, ugh. And they only play once a week. You know, besides the Thursday night, Monday night games, so shit. But you know what? Basketball, soccer, and baseball never ends. You guys, I'm rambling because my husband is like, he is obsessed with sports and it drives me crazy. I should never have gotten on this topic. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, so Tanya and Leanne's husband, they can't come, and they're in the car, and they're just kind of talking about how the night's gonna go. Tanya's like, well, I don't, Tanya's just like, you know, if anybody gets into any drama, I'm going to stay out of it. I don't care if they're fighting. I'm not even going to jump in and try to pull people apart or anything. And Leanne's like, that's because you're scared shitless and you can't fight. And they kind of laugh about that or whatever. You know, they're really, really good friends. Magali shows up in her animal print dress. She was like, I came dressed to kill, okay? I am here, I am alert, and I am ready for whatever in my cat suit outfit. I mean, not my cat suit, my animal print dress and my heels, okay? I am here. Dawn's late, and everybody's annoyed that Dawn's late. Tanya's like, she's really hungry. Where's the food? Where's Dawn? Everybody wants to know where Dawn is. Dawn finally arrives. She's upstairs. She's getting dressed. She's just running behind. She says if she's not running late, then her life just doesn't go right. I don't understand that, but anyways. So she finally comes down. Then they're like, well, where's Ampika? Ampika is running late because Ampika has just had like a really bad day. But Dawn thinks in this moment that Ampika's not there because Ampika doesn't really want to come because she says Ampika is always on time for everything. But the real reason is that Ampika is just having a hard day. She said she didn't sleep. She was talking with her dad. Her dad is just basically pretty much like kind of giving up. He doesn't want anyone to take care of him. He doesn't want to be a burden on anyone. And Ampika feels really bad because, you know, she hadn't talked to her dad in like a couple of years or something like that. And now she's finally getting him back in her life, but he's sick and he won't, you know, he doesn't want to accept help or whatever. So anyway, so she's just really in a bad space. So they get to the party, her and Mark get to the party, and it's finally time for, you know, everyone to sit down and eat. So they all sit down and they're all looking at Ampika and they can all tell that something is wrong with Ampika. And then finally Ampika has just had enough. She has to get up and take a breather because she's about to just break down crying at the table. And so when Ampika leaves, Dawn makes a toast to Ampika. And then during this toast, Magali is like, yes, and my sister is finally cancer-free after she's been battling leukemia for the last 3 years. And the doctors finally diagnosed her as cancer-free. And Magali gets a little emotional. Some other people get a little emotional. And then Paul, who is Lauren's husband, he's just like, look, this is getting really sad. I just don't think this is a time or the place to have this conversation. But Magali does not like his response. She starts crying. Lauren, of course, she defends her husband and saying, it's not the time or the place. I agree with Paul. It's not the time or the place. But I definitely think that he should have kept his mouth shut. I don't think he should have spoken up about that. You can think things, but they don't always have to come out of your mouth. You know what I mean? And so it was just very insensitive on his part. It was insensitive on Lauren's part too. But they are very, I don't know if they like the shock value of it, or if they just really don't understand that they can be offensive and rude to people, But I felt where Paul was coming from. It's not the time or the place. I was a part of this group of women that every time we got together, people were giving their sob stories about their lives, and people would just start crying. And I'm like, look, I did not come out for this. I did not leave my husband and my baby at home to come and hang with y'all. I came out because I needed a night out away from my everyday life. I don't want to come over here and listen to your sob stories, but at the same time, you don't blurt that out. You keep it to yourself, so anyway, Magali starts crying a little bit. And then Paul decides that since he wants to change the subject, he's going to go ahead and change the subject. So he starts talking to Dawn. And he's just telling Dawn that basically she's got a better chance of meeting motherfucking Donald Duck than she does of having a baby at 41 years old. And he is just like, I bet you don't. I bet everything I have that you don't get pregnant. I bet everything I own that you don't get pregnant. I was like, oh my God, Paul, why are you acting like this? Seriously. Shut up. Like, everybody has already voiced how they feel about Dawn having another baby, whether they voice it to her or voice it to each other. Like, why are you saying anything to Dawn? Her husband's not even there, so you shouldn't even be talking to her in that way. So Dawn's daughter, Darby, gets a little upset, and so she tells him that, you need to just be quiet. Whether or not she gets pregnant or not, it's not for you to tell her what she should and shouldn't do and just basically try to make her feel bad, So Darby's on the road. Paul's like, okay, whatever, He's just looking all goofy. He's like, it's time for me to walk away. So he gets up and he walks away, which he should have done that before he said anything from the beginning, And then Lauren decides that she wants to address Darby. She's like, children should be seen and not heard. And as soon as she said that in her interview, but she was about to say something to Darby, and it's like something about, you know what? But as soon as she said that, Dawn is like, don't you dog my daughter. Don't you dog my daughter out. You will not be dogging my daughter out up in here. And I'm like, okay, dogging your daughter out. Okay, all right. Okay, Dawn, calm down. But she was like, I will not put up with anybody thinking that they can say anything to any of my kids, okay? I don't care. And your husband was wrong, okay? And I felt very proud that my daughter stood up for me, okay? And it's true. Leanne should not have tried to address Dawn's daughter any more than Paul should have been addressing any of the ladies at the table in any kind of negative way, So basically, Dawn is like, y'all got to go. Gets to stepping. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. She's like, deuces, homies. Anyway, so Leanne's like, oh my God, I've never been kicked out of anywhere before. And, that whole situation just went left like real fast for no reason. And the only thing I can see was Leanne's husband. Because Lauren's husband. Because I'm like, why is he First of all, why did he say anything to Magali? Why would he say anything to Dawn about having a baby? They had never even said anything. Dawn hadn't even, this was the one time that Dawn had not brought up, having a baby, like, and I just didn't understand what Paul's motives were. I mean, I guess this is just who he is, but at the same time, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And like Lauren just really rubbed me the wrong way. I know you stick by your husband, but I really feel like, she's kind of that way too, where she'll just kind of say whatever she wants to say, kind of like what she did when they were at Pitford Castle, and I don't know. I felt bad for Dawn. I felt bad for Magali. And yeah, Paul, he should have just stayed in his place, and his place was not to say anything to any of the women, So, I don't know, you guys. It went left. It went all the way left. And I'm sitting there like, damn, did they at least get to enjoy their steak and french fries? I didn't see them eating or anything, but I was like, shoot, that's right up my alley. Steak and french fries with some gravy. Oh, yeah. I would have tore that meal up. Like, can I get a to-go box? Shit, since the party's over, can I take it home? Can I eat it in the car on the way home? You guys, I don't know. Oh my God. I was not expecting that dinner to go that way. I thought if anybody would have started arguing, I thought maybe Ampika would have went off on somebody just because she was really stressed. I was not expecting Lauren's husband to get in the mix like that. But anyways, that's the end, you guys. That's how it went off. Like I said, they didn't say anything. I didn't see anything about a preview for a reunion, but I'm going to go on Bravo and look around and see what's going on with the Cheshire ladies. So to sum this whole season up, I actually did enjoy the ladies. They were a little boring. A few episodes were a little boring. But I enjoy seeing, just a different group of ladies. I definitely think I like them a little better than the Melbourne ladies. But then again, you know what? That might not be fair because I was only able to see the first season of Melbourne on YouTube. And I did not watch the second season that they actually showed on TV. So I won't compare them to Melbourne. But I did enjoy them. I liked each one of the ladies in a different way. Dawn definitely rubbed me the wrong way. But I can appreciate her, being having the work ethic that she does and just being a go-getter. Oh, I forgot to even mention the fact that that Leanne and her husband are having a house built and Dawn is building it, having it built for them. And she's like, basically decorating the house. The house looked like it was going to be gorgeous. It's like a ranch style house. My house is a ranch house. I love ranch style houses. And it looked really, really nice. Like it was going to be a really beautiful house. And she's like, she just lets Dawn take over because Dawn knows what she's doing, So yeah, so I can appreciate Dawn's work ethic. I can appreciate Leanne too, even though I think she's just a little bored and just kind of likes to be in people's business. But I can still appreciate her for what she brings to the show as well. I think that she probably could let her hair down a little bit more. And then the rest of the ladies, Tanya, I think is hilarious. Tanya's hilarious to me. I thought she was gonna get on my bad side for a minute when she was kind of, seemed like she was kind of trying to have some beef with Magali, beef that wasn't really hers, but she got past that or whatever. So, I really like her. She's funny. Who else? Ampika I like. I just want her to get some help. She definitely needs, like I said before, she needs a life coach, she needs a therapist, she needs something. She needs to talk it out with some people and get some advice from people that don't necessarily want anything from her. Magali is my girl. I wish we would have seen more of Magali this season. We didn't see as much of Magali as I wanted to. I really like her, and I'm hoping that we see a lot more of her in the second season. I like her spunk. I like the fact that she's she's just kind of no nonsense, and I think she sees people for who they are. Who else? Who am I leaving out? I said Dawn. I said Leanne. I said Magali, I said Tanya, and then there's Lauren, feisty redhead. Now, I thought I was really gonna like Lauren throughout this season, and she does have her moments that I really like her. But she needs to tame her husband, one, and she needs to kind of put a muzzle on her own mouth, you know. But all in all, I do like her a lot. I think one-on-one, she's really good with the ladies. I just think when she gets in a group that maybe she just, you know, and she gets a few glasses of champagne in her, she just, you know, runs off at the mouth a little bit too much. Anyway, so yeah, so that's all the ladies. I really enjoyed the show. And I'm looking forward to the second season, you guys. Tell me what you guys thought about this season of The Real Housewives of Cheshire. Tonight, you guys, Potomac is coming on. The first episode of Potomac airs tonight. I cannot wait to see what these ladies are going to bring. You know, I love me some housewives, so I'm kind of sort of getting over Atlanta. Nene's coming back. I'm not really worried about Nene coming back, but anyways, you guys, so look out for my Real Housewives of Potomac blog. Hopefully most likely I'll have it out tomorrow. And that's it for me for this Real Housewives of Cheshire season number 1. It's a wrap. And until next time, you guys, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is just saying bye-bye.